All right, fastest 15 minutes in social media, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, if I can say it. My name is Judson Powell. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons, but most of all, hit the love button. All right, so I've been noticing a lot about what goes on social media. I've been like, I don't know, I'm just like so negative about some of the stuff. But anyway, this girl with the Gorilla Glue thing, okay, a Ghanaian, an African doctor, right, got the stuff out of her hair, so she's okay. Uh, but let's let's talk about, we got to be a little bit smarter, folks. All right, we got to be smarter than what we're being. Second of all, don't let Black History Month. In fact, Black History Month should be like you start to do other things because we get stuck in the past. The past is a catch 22. And the reason why I say the past is a catch 22 is because we can dwell on things that are in the past. We can constantly, keep dwelling on the past. Okay, after you know your history, then go out and change it. See, the past is so that you can affect the future. And just like one of the things that I noticed that was trending was El DeBarge, right? El DeBarge got on. He still got it. His voice is just as good as it ever was, and I'll be sure it's just as bad as it ever was. That's a bad. I'm sorry. I'll be sure. You know, least time don't make you, least time don't make you uglier. But you got to understand what I'm saying. They put certain things they put in front of you in order to keep you in a certain mode or in a certain frame. So you got to be careful, and you got to get pre. The other thing is, most of the stuff that comes out during Black History Month is stuff that comes out every year since I've been a kid. The same people, they talk about the same thing over and over and over again, and it's all people that were um, pre, during, and post slavery. And then everybody's always the first one that ever did something, first one to ever do X, Y, and Z. And half of the time, if you really know your history, you realize that a lot of times that stuff that they post is not true. You know, um, first are very ambiguous. It's like you gotta know you gotta know your history so that you don't get people believing your history. And the other thing is, they control the narrative. All right. So I got Black history. I got girl with Gorilla Glue in her hair, and then I got all of these people running around talking about everything is the first. And then the other thing that you should realize is that all these inventors and all that kind of stuff, they didn't get paid. So the first thing you should really be cognizant of is the fact that what? That most black people didn't get paid. They invented stuff, but they didn't get paid. And that's why you have to be on reparations. Reparations is important. And we need people, now that's where the politicians come in. The people that we put into office, you need to write them people. You need to call them people and tell them to request reparations. They need it. It should be done. I mean, all these multinational corporations, multi-billion-dollar corporations, trillion-dollar corporations started on the backs of our ancestors. So let's go. Let's talk about the stuff that's really real. What's really real? The reparations movement. At first, and I'm gonna be honest with you. At first, I wasn't with reparations, but then when I started seeing all the money they done handed out over history, and all the money they done handed out, even during the pandemic, All the money, they keep on handing out this money and that money and everything else. Well, especially black folks with business ideas and black folks that need capital or that have things that need to be paid back or to the government and all that kind of stuff, they need reparations. You know, all of these people have received reparations. All of the people that run multinational corporations, you know, when the stock market crashed under Baby Bush, what? All these corporations got bailouts, and they still getting bailouts. There's some of them that was getting bailouts that didn't even ask for bailouts. So know what you're dealing with, and don't get caught up in the okie doke. Oh yeah, we happy that we ain't, I'm not really happy with February no more. I mean I give Carter G. Woodson his respect, for acknowledging Black history. But then again, we need to make Black history today. We need those reparations, and we need the brothers and sisters that have the wherewithal, the knowledge, and the skill sets to bring up reparations. And that's one thing I've always had. Why they always bring an actor or a singer or a comedian or something like that when they start talking about reparations, they never talk to nobody that's got some serious political intentions or somebody that's got some serious political knowledge and that can break the stuff down to you. They don't invite those people. And we look negatively upon them people. Ourselves. We put them down. Y'all put down the elders all the time. I watch social media all the time. But it's like young people are so negative towards the elders that who we gonna get to lead us? And we need people to go in those chambers in Congress, in the Senate, in the House, and then bust the doors down. Because there are things that need, just like these. Look at the white folks. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Look at the white folks. The white folks ran up on Congress, went in Congress, sat in the offices, sat on tables, did all this kind of stuff. Was it wrong? Yeah, but it also showed a level of concern that they had over everything that's been going on. It may be unfounded, unwarranted concern, but it's concern nevertheless. And, and the fact that we never did that or haven't done that is not dispositive of what should come in the future. And we got senators, and we got the vice president. So, the vice president need to be, talking to Biden. I mean, that's his right hand. That's his right hand. Reparations is important because we are 400 years behind. Even more than that, really. We're at least 400 years behind. But yet still, ain't nobody doing nothing to catch us up. Giving us $600 stimulus or $1,200 stimulus checks is not cutting it. It's just not. We got all of this stuff going down, but and we all happy about little amounts of money. But those little amounts of money ain't gonna change nothing. We need to get big amounts of money so that the businesses that are being started right now, during this pandemic, that are being started by Africans and descendants of Africans, African Americans, whatever you want to call them, right? They need support. And if somebody is because 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna tell you, from watching a lot of different business owners and things like that, every business owner out there, black, white, green, red, yellow, brown, whatever color you are, you need money. Trust. Because your dreams, your hopes, your dreams, your desires are caught up in investment. Now, I will say this. One of the people out there that's really doing it is Master P. And I'm going to bring up P again. The reason why? Because he's got the blueprint. So listen to him. The blueprint is that you got to invest in yourself. You got to make everything plausible for yourself. And as you start doing it, but just like right now, they should give him some money. The government should give him money. He should, black businesses, consider black businesses should not have to pay taxes, and they did all that, during the late '90s, early 2000s. They was doing the minority business, thing, but it's like everybody everybody found a loophole to get money. So you had multinational white corporations that were coming up there and claiming, because they used women. They said, okay, women can get the money. So all they did was they just changed the articles of incorporation, limited liability companies and all that stuff, LLCs. They just, put a woman in charge and then got the money and left. Because I don't know too many people that ever got a small business loan. The SBA was a joke. You didn't even know what to do, what to fill out, how do you get SBA money? You see what I'm saying? And there's always been loopholes. Whenever, that's why I don't trust Congress. Because every time something comes up, they figure out a way. They figure out a way to dangle the carrot, but they never let you bite it. And we should know now, a lot of the inventions, a lot of the things that are going on, they're literally West African. The West African scientists, they're brilliant, but y'all ain't nobody funding none of these West Africans or East African for that matter. There's a guy that figured out how to purify salt water, and I know they've been trying to purify salt water for eons, since I was a little kid. Because if they can learn how to do salt water, the earth is 70% water. So if I knew how to purify salt water, then all of my, Flint don't have no problems. All of the things that we think are problems with drinking water and all that kind of stuff, they would go away. But there's nobody there that's actually saying, yes, let's do it like this. Now, how do the ancestors fit into all of this? And that's what I've been trying to tell y'all. That's why you got songs like, like El DeBarge on there, and he sounds just as good as he always did, because y'all are ignoring the past. Y'all ignoring the recent past, trying to act like y'all up and y'all lit and all this kind of stuff. That's BS. And the stuff that they show you is, once again, Pied Piper stuff. It's to get you into a certain mode of thinking. So they're gonna throw. So they throw they throw Kanye West, Jay-Z, Beyonce, all of these people. They say, oh, they got all this money, but tell them to put the bag on the table with $1 billion in it. And how did they get how does Forbes tabulate the $1 billion? How did they get that? How did they get to that figure of this person has $1 billion? They don't really. They don't, because there's no real, it's just that them saying it, but there's no real accounting. And also the other thing that they don't show you is its net worth. So it's portions of companies and stuff like that they give you. Just like when Michael Jackson was alive, they gave Michael Jackson pieces of Sony things that, music catalogs that other artists own, like Paul McCartney and the Beatles and all of those things. That's what they did. And that's what they're still doing. And you ain't nowhere in the world. And the other thing is, notice he didn't get out of here alive, and he didn't get out of here with $1 billion. And believe me, Mike was more beloved than any person that's out there today. I mean, when I was in radio, I used to see, there used to be girls that would just, at the mention of his name, would just, just scream and go into convulsions. And that's real. I'm not talking about something that I think. I'm talking about stuff that I saw with my own eyes. Anyway, fastest 15 minutes is up. Fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, but most of all, hit the love button. I love y'all.